The PlayStation VR 2 could very well be a turning point for virtual reality in the 2020s, bringing about a change in paradigm that we haven't seen since the release of the original Oculus Quest. I've got 5 reasons why I think so to share in this video, so make sure you watch to the very end to get all of them. Welcome, virtual dreamers. My name is Gregory, and let's dive right into the list with reason number 5, its value. At a resolution of 2000 by 2040 pixels per eye at up to 120 Hz with an OLED screen, a field of view of 110 degrees, and inside-out tracking, the PSVR 2 specs are nothing to sneeze at. While it can't compare to higher-end headsets like the Vario or the Pimax 8K, the odds that it will be significantly higher in price than the PlayStation 5 console itself are pretty slim. Even at a 50% markup over the PS5's base cost, $749 for the headset, 2 controllers, with the specs I mentioned before, would put the PlayStation VR 2 in a category all its own in regards to the tethered VR space. If the quality of the tracking is solid, this would make the PlayStation VR 2 the ideal option for people who want better graphics than the borderline PS2, PS3 fare of the Quest, but don't want to drop like $2,000 on a gaming PC and a Valve Index. A comparison that is kind of ironic when you consider my reason number 4. The PSVR connects with USB Type-C. If there is one thing that the PC community is known for, it is tinkering with hardware. The PlayStation VR's strange processing unit and all was still made to work on the PC years ago. So you can imagine how much easier it'll be to crack the PlayStation VR 2 with its lone USB Type-C connector. Considering how friendly Sony has been with the PC space lately, going so far as to announce that it's bringing Spider-Man Remastered to the PC in the most recent State of Play presentation, I wouldn't be surprised if Sony decided to support the PC and Steam VR directly, long shot though it may be. Regardless of it being able to wrestle away the #1 spot from Meta or not, I'd say we'd still want to look forward to the release date of this headset due to reason number 3, AAA's Publisher Support. The PSVR 2 isn't even out yet, and we've already got Capcom throwing support at it and several already existing PC VR titles hopping onto it. The close relationship Sony has with many publishers makes it easier for them to justify the creation of VR titles, and has resulted in some games being made for PSVR that thankfully eventually make their way to PC and standalone VR, such as Fract and Skyrim VR. I suspect this is going to be the case even more heavily with games that come to the PlayStation VR 2, considering how much more recognition the PC market has seen over the past few years. Seeing as software and hardware often influence each other, the PSVR 2 may even influence things further, seeing as reason number 2, its Haptics Tech is going to be a major step forward. I think people are seriously sleeping on the impact Sony's haptic technology is going to have on the VR experience. The PSVR 2 will feature similar haptics in its controllers to what we've seen in the PlayStation 5's DualSense controllers to enhance the feedback on them, which will only make the realism of things like pulling a trigger on guns or gripping a blade feel all the better. Really though, the element that I think will bring about the biggest impact is the haptic actuator in the headset. In its current form, Sony has already described it as being used for feeling the player's heart rate and objects flying by the player's head, while I can already see using this kind of a thing for headbutting a soccer ball or approximating G-forces in racing games. VR currently doesn't have a good solution for that latter G-force emulation thing I mentioned, which results in things like falling and car speed solely being dependent on visual and audio stimulation. If the PlayStation VR 2 gains traction and ignites an arms race to get more haptics in the headsets themselves, I'd say that'd be a legacy worthy of praise. That said, there is one other feature the PSVR is pushing that I think may be more notable in that regard. Reason number 1. Eye tracking standardization will change VR. We've seen eye tracking as a feature in a few niche headsets in the market right now, but this will be the first time it'll be in a headset that is likely to sell millions of units. That alone is exciting, But the big deal here is that Sony specifically highlighted foveated rendering as a feature for the PlayStation VR 2. I've made whole videos talking about why foveated rendering is a big deal for VR. To summarize it briefly though, the technology has the potential to negate the graphical downgrade that we see come to VR titles as a result of their rendering demands. This one feature alone could literally constitute a next generation leap in VR game graphics. The PSVR 2 coming out with this feature in tandem with a potentially sub-index or even Quest 2 proximate price could outright force all other manufacturers to include eye tracking to stay competitive. I touched on this in my 5 expectations for the Quest 3 video, but this could seriously result in Quest 3 having to include this feature, which by extension would spread out to the rest of the VR industry from a hardware and software perspective. No more promising the future. It's time to deliver. So, add up the standardization of eye tracking and headset haptics, bringing more AAA developers into the space, if only for a bit, giving the PC VR community a new toy to play with, all while potentially capturing a gap in the VR market in price. Yeah, I don't think it should surprise any of you why I believe the PlayStation VR 2 will be a major turning point for VR in the 2020s. Heck, I didn't even go into how it could potentially be made wireless, or the communication revolution eye tracking and face tracking will have here. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss when I get around to those topics next week. Until then, virtual dreamers, this has been Gregory, logging out.